A professor walks into his classroom on a bright Monday morning, but instead of books, he's holding a large, empty glass jar. He places it on the table and, without a word, pulls out a bag of large rocks. One by one, he carefully places them into the jar until no more can fit. He looks at his students and asks, "Is this jar full?" The students, looking at the rocks piled to the top, mostly agree. "Yes," they say, "it's full." The professor smiles. He then reaches for a bag of small pebbles and pours them into the jar. He gives it a gentle shake, and the pebbles wiggle down, filling the gaps between the big rocks. "And now," he asks, "is it full now?" The students are a bit more hesitant this time. A few of them nod, saying, "Yes, now it's definitely full." But the professor isn't finished. He pulls out a bag of sand and begins to pour it in. The fine grains trickle down, filling the tiniest spaces between the rocks and pebbles. The jar now looks completely packed. "How about now?" he asks one more time. The class, now understanding his game, answers together, "Probably not." The professor chuckles and picks up a mug of water. He slowly pours the water into the jar, and it soaks into the sand, filling every remaining bit of space until the jar can hold no more. He sets the mug down and finally looks at his captivated audience. "This jar," he begins, "represents your life. The big rocks are the most important things: your family, your health, your deep relationships, and your personal dreams. These are the things that, if everything else was lost, your life would still be full and meaningful." He lets that sink in. "The pebbles," he continues, "are the other important things: your career, your house, your car. They add value and comfort to your life, but they aren't the foundation. And the sand is all the small stuff, the trivial things that fill our days, mindlessly scrolling through social media, or the endless little tasks that don't really matter." His voice becomes more passionate. "You see, if you fill the jar with sand or pebbles first, there will be no room for the big rocks. The same is true for your life. If you spend all your time and energy on the small, insignificant things, you will never have space for what is truly important. Your big rocks are the pillars of your existence. If you don't prioritize them, you might realize one day that you've left out the most important parts of your life." He looks around the room, making eye contact. "So, place your rocks first. They are what give your life meaning. Never let the pebbles and sand take their place. At the end of your journey, it's the weight of those rocks that will define the value of your life." The room is silent, the students deep in thought. Then a hand goes up in the back. "Professor, what does the water represent?" The professor's eyes light up. "Excellent question. The water shows that no matter how busy or full your life seems, there's always room for small moments of joy. A cup of coffee with a friend, a shared laugh, a quiet moment of reflection. These are the little joys that make a full life beautiful." He continues, his voice softening. "We get so busy with everyday tasks that we forget what's truly important. But this jar, this life, is not limitless. If you fill it with sand and pebbles first, you'll have no room for the rocks. So, I urge you, place your rocks first: your family, your health, your passions. Make time for your loved ones. Take care of your physical and mental health. Pursue your dreams with courage, and remember the water, those unexpected laughs and shared moments. No matter how packed your schedule is, there's always room for these little bursts of happiness. The pebbles and sand are necessary too, They make life comfortable, but don't let them replace your rocks. Life isn't about being busy. It's about being meaningful. It's not about counting the days, but making the days count. He smiles warmly. Create a balance between the rocks, the pebbles, the sand, and the water, one that brings you true joy and completeness. As the class ended, the students left with a new perspective, each one thinking about their own jar, their own rocks. The lesson was simple, yet profound. True fulfillment comes from recognizing and prioritizing what gives our lives meaning. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone you care about. Let it be a gentle reminder for all of us to fill our jars with the rocks that matter most. Thanks for watching.